this beautiful sunset. It's been quite the adventure. Stay tuned to share the adventure with you. You know, it's funny, the young kids that work in our shop, one of them said he feels like he works in the old folks' home because we're all us, the Wizard's 65, Bill Kelly, I've been working with him since I was in high school, he's 67, the professor, he's 68. We're a bunch of old dudes, but there's not many young dudes that first of all, you don't learn how to do this kind of restoration in 3 or 4 years. This is 30 years of experience and machining work, you know?
And the other thing is being willing to take the time to do it, because most of the younger people want everything quickly.
Yep.
And you can't do this quickly.
If there's any younger guys that can do these kind of restorations, I want to hire them.
Yeah.
Send me your resume in a New York second. Wow, that thing is really something else. Is that your Grom?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I have the same engine in. That's a beautiful Grom. My videographer R7 Stunts has one of these, and most of the young guys do it. And they do wheelies and circles on these, like it's just insane. Standing up on the seats, and it's unbelievable, man. Yeah. You got a pipe on it already. The Yoshi, these sounds. My Cub, I have a new Cub 125 with the Yoshi. It's actually my daughter's, and but I think I ride it more than her. And they sound wicked when you bounce them off the rev limiter. Yeah, fun little bikes. Hey, maybe you could put one of these on your boat. So,
well, see, originally I thought about putting both of these on my boat.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, you know, we're going to have e-bikes on there, so I think I have a Royal Enfield INT.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to put that on my boat.
At least you won't piss off all the people at the marina with your e-bikes, right? This is the Yoshi pipe. They're definitely going to raise some eyebrows. Now, what do we got here, Roy? Because you know what? I've never seen one of these restored. Tell me about the Gemini, because this thing's ridiculous.
This is a Gemini Boss. And Bill also restored this bike, top to bottom, rebuilt the motor. This bike took a long time, believe it or not, because most of these were sold in Germany.
Okay.
He found that out, the history on it. You didn't see that many of them here in the States. There was some, but not that many. And he done a frame up on this one. And like I say, he rebuilt the bottom and top of the motor.
It's absolutely spectacular, every square inch.
It's a great bike.
Is this a Yamaha engine? It looks like a reverse engineered Yamaha, even the cylinder head.
And it could be, you know.
Doesn't it? I mean, it looks a lot like a.
It has the rotary valve in it, just like.
It says Shin Santong, so it was a Japanese. I'm guessing it's a Japanese clone of a Yamaha back in the day.
Probably is.
But the Gemini brand, is that an American company, Gemini? Or?
I don't think so. I think it, like I said, I think it may have come out of Germany.
Bill, if you want a job, I'll hire you in a New York second. Just tell me how much you need. We'll set you up. We'll get you a house in Connecticut and come work at the museum, because guys like you don't come around very often. Wow.
We're a dime breed.
Wow, just spectacular.
It's just restoration of a strong piece of history. You know, I mean, you look at the pipe, you look at everything he done on that. I mean,
Like I said earlier, restoration is a loosely interpreted word. You see people saying, I've gone and looked at restored bikes, literally, that were just like new graphics and plastics, you know, and the rest of it's garbage. Like, that's not restored, man.
I bought a few of them.
Wow.
To me, all of this old stuff like this is just a piece of our history.
It is. It is. This belongs in a museum. It will. You know.
If you're a motorcycle guy, it's a piece of history.
Very cool. Very cool piece. And the problem.
You see these handlebars?
Yep.
Those are made that way. I can't even tell you why. You know, look how wide they are for an 80 cc bike, but that was shaped that way. I've seen a few of them like that. You think, oh, that was bent. No, it wasn't bent.
He doesn't miss a beat, does he? He doesn't miss a beat. No, not a piece. Just unbelievable. You know, the thing is, this may be the only restored to perfection one in the country, because most people, well, first of all, you're not going to bring this to any certified shop to get it done, because they're going to charge you $150 an hour.
If they'll even work on it.
Yeah, and even if they knew how to work on it.
Right.
And this is a 100+ hour restoration, straight up. I'm telling you, straight up. I know, I've done it before, and that doesn't include chasing the parts, going to find the bike to buy it, and everything else. It's
And he got most of the stuff that he needed for this came out of Germany.
Just a spectacular machine. And yeah, I've never seen one restored like this.
Nice piece of history.
Very cool. Here's another really, okay, I'm totally obsessed with motorcycles. We all know that if you watch your channel. I spent my entire life going to, the only vacations I've only taken one vacation that wasn't like Daytona or Laconia or Americade Sturgis, you know, because this is what I like to do. But I've rarely, if ever, remember seeing a Chaparel. Certainly never seen a Gemini, but this Chaparel's another cool, rare piece. What's the scoop with this?
Yeah, these are little 100cc Chaparrals, and to my knowledge, the motors are the Fuji motor, which was, it's a remake of the Hodaka.
I was gonna say, it looks like a Hodaka 100.
Look at it, it's designed the same way. I've never had one of them, the transmission apart, to see if they use the little balls in these or not, but I bet they do. I bet it's a stolen version of the Hodaka.
Twins,
motor.
you got twins.
Yep.
Well, did these come as a pair?
I bought them as a pair.
300 miles, 400
both
miles.
motors turn over, so I don't think it'd take much to get them to run. They both got compression. The only thing that was missing off of this one was the tail light lens.
Yep.
My plan was to take the two of them and make one complete restored.
One perfect one. This is where you see why the rechroming, having the ability to rechrome like Bill does. He's got a good chrome shop. So yeah. I mean, the metal is perfectly straight, but
Yeah.
to refinish it, you got to rechrome it.
And that's what he needs. He'll tell you, if the bars are straight and good, all that'll come off. He'll clean it all down, sandblast it or vapor blast it or whatever it does, and then that goes to the chrome shop.
That's the right way to do it, because usually they put reproduction bars on, and it's not the same bend. It's not really
exactly.
It's not the same. I guess we got to, this thing's been crying out for me to come and take a look at it since I walked through the door. What is the scoop with this beautiful 1953 Harley?
Well, I bought that Harley for $800. It was out in the field behind someone's house.
Wow, was it complete like this?
No, no, it was a piece of a bike. The motor on it was broken, so I bought it. Believe it or not, Bill found a new motor.
Brand new motor?
Brand new motor. I
How
don't
the
know
hell
where
did he
got
do
it.
that?
I don't have any idea how he found that.
Wow.
But these bikes came, the motor was what had the title, because there's no serial numbers or anything on the frame.
That's how they did it in the 50s, yes.
So the motor came as the title. Bill took this bike and completely restored it, made it brand new.
How long did it take him? He had to have it for a year or two,
He
right?
had it a year, at least a year. But everything's new. The motor is, like I say, the motor is brand new. And, that's the gears,
How cool is that?
first and second. I usually ride the bikes when he brings them once, but I didn't ride this one. He had drained it. He got a video of it somewhere in his collection of it.
I think I probably saw it, because I told you, once you told me about him, I was on his page and checking out all his videos.
Yeah.
Wow.
The dime breed.
Really spectacular. So to get this level of resto, you got to completely dismantle the wheel sets, send them out, have them chrome. Like every piece of chrome on this was sent out. Big pile of chrome, and the leather upholstery on the saddle, just spectacular. Beautiful. Really, really well done.
I don't know if you're familiar, I'm sure you're familiar with the Rockford brand.
I am, but I've never had one. We've never had a single one of these through the shop. I just did a pick. I bought 49 bikes from a guy up near Unadilla. I was up there for the Unadilla National, and I bought his whole collection. And he had one of these, but he wouldn't sell it to me. It was hanging from the ceiling in his barn. It was nothing like this. It said Chibi and Rockford, but that's where the similarity ends. This one, this is the signature Bill restoration. Every single nut and bolt on it is done to just another standard, like it's like another level. And like I said, you sent me the pictures, but wow.
Well, the history, to my knowledge, with the Rockford brand, they only made 3 different bikes, and I have all 3 of them. I have the Taka, the Bravo, and the Chibi. And what I was told is Rockford, Bridgestone in Rockford Illinois is where these were made, in Rockford, Illinois, and they
Very cool, Americana.
they had when Bridgestone was making motorcycles, they got forced out of making motorcycles.
By Dunlop and the other brands, right?
Well, by the motorcycle manufacturers.
Oh, that's who did it? Yeah.
That's what I was told, because
I think you're right. I've heard
they
that
said,
story.
if you want us to keep buying Bridgestone tires, then you're gonna.
Stop competing with us.
Yeah. So they're cool little bikes. I had a friend that had a Taka, Bridgestone Taka, Rockford Taka. And when I was a kid, and I thought it was a cool bike, so.
It's just a spectacular piece, man. And again, finding the components and the parts and the bolts, and him being a machinist and being able to remake parts in the high level of, I mean, this is genius level restoration capability. It's just unbelievable, man. I have a great amount of respect for anybody who can turn out this kind of work, because that's what we do for a living. So when I see this, when I see a bike done like this, any of the ones he's done, I'm like,
You understand
damn,
what
son.
we're into.
He definitely, a lot of nights and weekends on this one. If he was working a full-time job and doing this, he must have been doing this nights and weekends, like
Yeah,
all
that's what he
weekend.
does.
He's in the garage all weekend.
What he loves.
Yeah, it's a labor of love.
That's it.
That's your kids race. Your son was a pro
Yeah.
motocrosser. Your daughter raced too. That's
My daughter, I still got her shoulder pads.
Yep.
I kept to go with it.
Yeah, this needs to go in her living room, hanging from the ceiling or something, right?
Well, I told her I was going to give it to her son.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, have him ride it. Yeah. How old is he?
Ideal. He's 3.
3. He'll be up soon. My grandson's a year old. I can't wait till he's 4.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
We're gonna be lining up at Southwick for sure.
Yeah, I can't really get this.
So I see you have your issue with bike thieves around here too, huh?
Yeah, well.
You can't always be there with your 357 or your 12
Yeah,
gauge, but
exactly.
this is the next best thing.
Exactly, yeah.
Hey, this will stall them long enough so you can come down here and
That's
blow
what
their
I'm
head off with a
thinking.
shotgun.
They'll be in here making noise and we can find them.
I hate to say it, guys, but hey, the bike thieves have guns too, so it is what it is. This is a really cool trail hopper. I've had a couple of these, but not one this nice.
Yeah, Bill run this one as well.
He did beautiful work here.
What I like about it is, again, if you look, I mean, like, who does this? Who makes those stickers back like they were originally?
Either you have someone like Christy who does it full time, and it takes a long time to recreate graphics
You can
to get it
see.
exact.
I mean,
It's-
every tag that was on here originally, when it was new, he researches it and puts those tags back on, like the helmet holder underneath the 500. I mean, that's what he does.
Hey, does the plate come with it?
Yeah,
We get that's so cool.
it's pretty cool he does that.
That'll stay in the museum for sure if the bike doesn't. Now a lot of these bikes will when we buy a collection, some of them stay in the museum forever. Some of them they're always there for months and months. But we have an inventory that is revolving. But any memorabilia like that license plate that always stays. It goes on the wall. I've never sold any memorabilia. For whatever reason, I got issues. If you're a hoarder like me, you know what you do? You just put them in a nice neat row by brand, and no one knows you have a problem.
Right.
Unless you talk to my son, and he's like, "Pops, I'm throwing out all that stuff you're hoarding. I got parts. I have warehouses full of parts."
I get the same thing happen around my place.
Yeah, they don't. Maybe it's hard to explain what these things mean to us.
Right.
But like the Harley guys say, if we had to explain, you wouldn't understand, right?
Right.
What do we got here? This is another resto by the master himself.
Yeah.
You don't even need to tell me. I can tell by looking at it. He did this, right?
Yeah. This is a buzzer, Benelli Buzzer. Those are kind of hard to find. The dynamo is much easier than the buzzer. The buzzer was hard to find parts for.
Is this more like the Honda where the bars would fold down? You can put it in the
Yeah.
back seat of your car.
Yeah.
The seat goes
That's
down.
exactly what it is. All of those little ones, I think, were kind of made that way. That's an Italian brand, obviously.
Put it in the back of your camper.
But really cool little bikes. I've got several Benellis, and they're cool bikes.
Another thing you'll never see is another one of these restored to that level. People it's not something you see very often, very rare. We've done a bunch of these, the shortsters. I call them shortsters.
Mm-hmm.
What's the scoop on this one?
Bill done this a long time ago. You can tell these are not clear coated. I had 3 other ones. This is the first one he done for me. And the 3 other ones, that was the 90s. You know, they only built these for 4 years. The first one was a 65 like this, and then the rest of them were all 90s. And I sold the other 3. I had a full set of these bikes, and I sold the other 3 to a Maserati dealership.
Oh, wow.
In Florida, believe it or not. And they put these old bikes, little bikes, small bikes, on their showroom floor, and normally it's old people buying Maseratis.
Yeah.
So when they come in and see that, they
Yeah.
go, oh, I had one of them, or I knew a kid that had one, and so they negotiate and sell them the little bikes to go with it.
That's pretty cool. Hey, if you can afford a Maserati, you can afford a mini bike, right?
Exactly.
The price is not an
And
issue.
they'll probably give you the mini bike if you pay
Yeah.
the right price for the Maserati.
Yeah, yeah. Throw it in as a bonus.
I think that was their gig.
230 miles on it. It's basically, well, close to new as you'll find. How you doing?
This one.
This is another beauty. Look at this thing, Roy.
This one was done by the doctor as well.
Just absolutely spectacular.
It's a KV75. I want to say this is around 72, 73.
These are great little bikes, and the problem with these minis is kids like you and me when we were 7, 8 years old would ride these until it ran out of gas. And then we'd go back and say, Dad, fill it up again.
Right.
Because I had a GT80 and we would ride that thing, and I had a brother too, so we'd swap on and off. That thing would get 4, 8 hours on a typical Saturday. So they'd get a million hours on them and they would just be destroyed. So to find one that's even worthy of restoring is one thing, but to find one this beautifully restored is just remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. Yeah, when the doctor passes away, it's going to be, you know,
Gone.
I wish guys like him, and I try to do that. I told you earlier how the young guys feel like they're working in an old folks home because we're all over 60 years old. I had one of them say literally feel like I'm working in an old folks home because most of us are old enough to have been retired already, but we have to pass this on. And you know, the museum is preserving it, and all the kids that work at our shop, we're teaching. I've had a lot of 15-year-olds that have been working, you know, starting at 15 and been with me until they're 25, you know, and they learn a trade is what they're learning. And it's I'd love to open a motorcycle restoration school actually in one of the buildings because they own an abandoned factory. I've got, you know, a couple 40,000 square foot buildings that we're not even using yet. So, but this is a when you talk about restoring a bike to this level, you've got the painting trade, you've got the upholstery trade, you've got machining, you've got engine work. So you know, if you can actually do a restoration like this, you become a master craftsman. You know, between paint and upholstery and polishing and machining and a master mechanic because, well, they don't always run right. You know, there's so many idiosyncrasies with some of these bikes weren't that good when they were brand new.
Right.
So you know, 50 years ago, and the carbs the carbs weren't that good. So to get one to run good today and look this good today is a whole different thing. What about this beauty? Love the color. What is this, like a turquoise?
I don't know. It's original. Bill done this one as well. It's the original color from the factory. Wow, he researched that, and I can guarantee you that's a perfect match to the original color that they came out. If you remember back in the day, that was your first mode of transportation. You could get a hardship license, and you could drive that to school.
Because it was 50 cc's.
Exactly. And so they built a lot of those mini cycles with the big wheels like that. I think everybody pretty much had one of some nature.
The finish, like on these cases, it's easy to over polish them and make them look like chrome. It's like the perfect patina. It looks like he clear coated it too. He really hit the nail on the head with his rest of those.
Yeah, really nice piece.
When it says complete restoration and Bill did it,
Yeah.
it's a complete restoration.
Yeah, right.
It's not lipstick on a pig like I see so often.
Yeah.
Remarkable.
It opens.
Look at this. Even restores the bottom side of the gas cap and inside the fuel tank. Like I already knew that was going to be the case for opening it, but I got to share that with the people watching. You guys watching, put in the comments if you had one of these bikes Oh, hit the like and subscribe, will you too? I'd appreciate it. But put in your 2 cents about what these bikes mean to you, you know, and what you think about this preservation work. Is this the one you're keeping? Oh, this
one's going.
This is the 72, making it 53 years old, soon to be 54. Is this another one of his?
No, this one wasn't restored. This is original.
This is original?
This is original.
Remarkable. 220. Where did you find it?
You know, I can't remember. There's so many and so many years went by.
It's 30 years ago, yeah.
Where I got this one from. I wanted 2 of them. I wanted a pair, and I have the other one, so I bought this one just so I'd have 2 of them together. And this one runs like a top. It's a great, great complete, and I think it's all original. I don't think anything had been.
Well, with 200 miles on it, they obviously,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't think nothing has been redone on this.
You can see it's original chrome on it. Has a little bit of patina as you expect for 53 years. 53 years, you know.
They don't have a spark plug in here. Normally they do. Mine does.
These are great bikes, really, really good bikes. I have a vivid memory back in 1975, my first motocross race. I was 10 years old. My first motocross race with a real club. We had done the mini bike club thing before that, but I was at the New England Sports Committee where all the fast riders are, and I was on a Suzuki TM100, and I have a vivid memory of battling it out for last place with a kid on a Hodaka 100 with the chrome tank. It was just one of those vivid Technicolor memories. Definitely not a repop fender. Look at that.
That's original.
Wow, very cool. Yep, there's a cult following on these Hodakas. Here we've got another cool piece. This is an original Elsinore MT125, which was the street legal version of the motocross bike, and I think the engine cases were the same. I believe the porting was different and they were tuned down a bit, but this is a nice original Survivor too.
Yeah, this one's had nothing done. It's a runner. It's a 1975. Cool bike. I never had one, so I wanted one, so I bought this one.
Did you ride it a bit?
I rode it a bit, yep. This one we took the Hodaka days and rode it up there on the bad Black Rock 100 or whatever they call it up there, enduro ride.
The color combos from the 70s were so cool. They would color the gauges.
Yeah, you can. Just the history behind all of that. It's amazing.
Yeah, this would, if there is such a thing as an easy restoration, this is an easy restoration. Everything's there, right down to the turn signals. You know, perfect core bike example. Or I wouldn't even restore this one because it's so good original. What I would do is just put the decals on the side, maybe paint the side cover, repaint the engine. I would call this a preservation service, and we do a lot of those where when it's in this good of condition,
yeah,
it might be 24 hours in the detail shop and 10 hours in their service shop and get a bike like this done for like under 35 hours probably, and it'll present beautifully. And like some people will think it's restored, but it's not, because it was never needed it. You know, it's not that. This original paint too. I don't believe in repainting original classics that are 50-something years old with original paint. You got to leave that alone. Just buff it and protect it. You know.
Yep.
That's why I call it more of a preservation service. We still got a ways to go here, guys. Look at all these beauties.